Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to another video, welcome to another show. Guys are doing well, guys are having a fantastic fucking day. This is an amazing Inkling episode number 3, and it's another one. It's gonna be a recap of, because technically I haven't done one in a while, so I don't know how good the intro is, but the intro is basically we take people that are in my life, that are partaking in the content, and I want to shout out to, you can see the rain in the background, it's beautiful, right? There is some sun though. There might be a rainbow. So I'm gonna shout out Cappi X on Instagram, on TikTok. There's a very specific reason why I want to shout out Cappi. Cappi has been an amazing friend. Cappi has been like a little brother to me, and I'm calling her a little brother just because it's gonna piss her off. So fuck you, Cappi. How about that? How you like those apples? Fuck you. Why I like Cappi so much? Why she's such a good friend to me? Why she's so important in my life is I find myself in a fashion, right? In a fashion where I created a lot of content. I don't have a lot of time for friends. I most of the time don't answer DMs. I want to answer DM, but I know that if I start the conversation, I'm gonna be there for a couple hours, and I don't want to do that because I could be creating some content, and I know friendship is important. But to me, even if you're a good friend of mine, you're not worth. It's not worth spending time with someone when can you be entertaining 100 people, and then I understand that this is selfish and this is neglecting friendship. But there's a very few friends, and I do very few friends. They knew. I think about one of my first best friend, which is Calzboa. Calzboa understood I needed space. Calzboa understood that sometimes I don't feel like talking. He understood that. Shao, another one of my good friends, understood the same thing. Sometimes Ink doesn't want to talk, and see with Cappy, that's why I'm shutting her out. Because Cappy is one of my only friends, and I do have a lot of friends, and I love you guys. I'm not saying wrong. I'm not saying this, but she's one of my only friends from 3 years and more. Because I started making content 3 years ago. Who understand that factor? Cappy, she's gonna she know how busy I am. So when she wants to talk about something, she'll cut to the chase, and most of the conversation we have is playing Fortnite, right? And why is this a good friend? Because she still want to talk, and she's like, okay, well, let's talk about this. And I know he's busy, so I'm gonna cut to the chase. And when I think he's a good friend, she sacrificed herself. She sacrificed the need to talk, the need to converse, right? And I think that's a big sacrifice. Also the reason why I fucking adore Kathy is because we don't talk a lot. We don't talk a lot out of the stream, and I think that's my fault. I think that's because she know that if I'm not streaming or I'm not making content, I'm not necessarily down to talk. And again, I sound like an asshole saying this. I do want to talk, right? But I'm so busy, and I want to create content. It's my obsession, and it sucks because it's also a case of, dude, if you want to talk to me, the noise. It's also the case, and it's a shame, but it's also like, hey, you want to talk to me? I'm live every day for more than 4 hours. You want to talk to me? Come and talk to me on Twitch, on live, on TikTok. Come and talk to me. Then, if you talk to me in the DMs, I'm not gonna have time for you. This is still loud. Sorry, guys. Very loud. So, I'm back to Cappy. Cappy and those fans that we both need space, and it's cool. The Cappy is also gonna be able to come into the stream and talk with me. Like, I see a lot of people, and it's weird because I think it's because I'm an adult, right? I'm gonna want to talk. I'm gonna want to talk over games. I'm gonna want to talk about politics. I'm gonna talk about things that are happening in life. Psychology shrink. With Cappy, we talk about a lot of the system, like politics, economy, right? And it's kind of nice. I love having a conversation where it's like, hey, on your left there's an enemies. Hey, on your right there's an enemies. And Cappy, she has the whatchamacallit? She has this amazing ability, and I feel bad because it's mostly me that is dominant in the friendship. So if we're talking me and Cappy, she knows that if she tells me on your left, I'm not gonna. It's just the way I am. I got ADHD, right? And Cappy, she's gonna be able to say, hey, okay, so now we're not talking. I need you to do this, this, and this. And with Cappy, is also the factor. Cappy is more. She's also emotional, but not as much as me. So she's gonna be able to get me back and say, hey. Then the way she's approaching it, she's not approaching it as in you need to do this. It's more like, hey, this is what I would do, right? And with Cappy, what I love is that she's able to understand me. And I know when a friendship is give and give, right? It's give and give. It's always going to be give and give. But with Cappy, it does feel like we're having this amazing conversation because sadly she adapted to me a little bit, which sucks. But at the same time, we're having good conversation, and I hope those conversations are good for her as much as I do. Because with Cappy, we're gonna be, and it's amazing. With Cappy, we're gonna be able to talk for a couple hours every, not every single day, but every time we stream together, right? And she doesn't stream, so she does it for me. And why I love Cappy so much is because she's able to come in, right? She's able to come in and she's able to say, hey, she has this very personal issue with, which was work, right? And it's not something I would like to talk about, but she was comfortable enough to talk with me with it on my stream, and I know it takes a lot of sacrifices. You don't want to put your problem out in the world. And for Cappy, yeah, she makes edits on Fortnite, right? But she makes edits, and her edits are great. Please follow her. But at the same time, Cappy isn't. See, for me, I talk a lot about my personal life, right? When it comes to gaming, I'm gaming. When it comes to my life, I talk about my life. Cappy, she's more into the gaming category. She's not super sharing, but she's willing to share for my stream because she know that she can trust me, right? And yeah, there was a I'm not gonna name who because it's not a question. I did a collab, right, about a year ago, and I had this friend, right? And sadly, you want to know what you guys always say, oh, Ink, you produce so much content, you produce so much gaming. How do you do it? Well, every time I game, every single day I game, I put it on the internet. So every single second I game is on the internet, right? And which is good because if you take a game like, for example, Fortnite, which I have 1,300 stream on, right? It would be completely the same except for one part. I was streaming with a girl, and she was talking about her ex-boyfriend, right? And she's like, "Oh, I'm not comfortable with talking about this on the stream. Can you please edit it out, dude? The stream is 45 minutes. You talk about your ex-boyfriend for 2 minutes. How do you want me to? And now there's a hole in the content. There's a hole in the content, and it pisses me off." It's not so much that they were sure uncomfortable. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to be uncomfortable. That's okay. But it's more so, it's more so the fact that you came on stream. I didn't push the subject upon you. You came into the subject on your own, and well, I don't really like to talk about that. Can you take it out? And I want to make sure that you guys understand. It's not about taking it out. It's about the fact that you decided to. I didn't push you. So Cappy, thank you so much for being a good friend. 3 years and counting. I still hate you because you say fucking chips instead of fries. You fucking. And but you're a good friend. And there's a lot of time where I was able to talk to you. There's a lot of time where I was able to confide into you. And thank you for being here. Thank you for being a good friend. See, and I know it's stupid, but Cappy is. You know I said so before, but Cappy has sacrificed a lot for me. She sacrificed a lot. There's time where I might have said something that she didn't agree on. She talked about it calmly. I had friends that I thought were forever. That we had a couple of conversation, right? And that conversation led to, oh, we're not friends anymore. And I'm like, dude, you're gonna sacrifice a year of friendship because you don't agree with what I'm saying. Cappy, she's able to see past it, right? She'll be mad. She'll tell me that she's mad. But is the communication, is the honesty, and this the openness and the friendship. I was talking about Carl. Carl, there's time where he took me aside and said, "Hey, bro, I don't like that you're doing that. Stop doing that. We're gonna have an issue. We're not gonna be friends if you continue doing that, right?" And Shao is able to. Me and Shao, we at the beginning of the friendship, we fought a lot. And Shao was able to tell me, dude, I don't appreciate the way you're talking to me. I don't appreciate the way you're acting towards me. And there's time when I don't want to be your friends. Right? But Shao is gonna be able to say, hey, dude, this is how it make me feel. And the beauty, it's funny because Shao and Cappy are very similar. Shao is not gonna be very outgoing with his emotion. He's not gonna be very sharing his emotions. He's not gonna say, hey, dude, this makes me sad, this makes me angry. He doesn't gonna talk about it. He's just gonna get mad at you. And Cappy, I don't feel like, and again, it comes to adapting to me, which sucks, but hey. Cappy, I feel like she's making the effort to be more open. It's like, you know what, Inky? I didn't like that. And it takes balls. it takes more balls to tell a friend that you don't appreciate what they did than to just let it go and keep it bottled up until you can't be friends anymore. I lost a friend recently, month ago. We were friends for a year. Fucking love that guy. I made a video. Thought I was talking about him, which I wasn't. Right. And long story short, what happened was, you want to talk about it in the comments. Now, in the video that I just did right now, I don't want to talk to people outside of the stream. Not because I don't want to, but because we're gonna be talking the same conversation, whether I make content or not content. So, and people are always like, "Oh, bro, you work so hard. How can I help?" Well, when I'm making, choosing to talk to me when I make content, choosing to wait until I'm less busy to talk to me is one thing that you can do for me. Just saying. And that guy, he knew I was busy, right? And he needed attention. And we were talking for 2 hours and a half, right? And he thought I made a video about him, and it wasn't about him. So I made a video talking about a situation that happened way back, and he thought, oh, this has happened right here. So we talking in 2 hours and a half, and he wanted to talk. He wanted to talk. I was busy. He wanted me to stop the stream, to stop what I'm doing, to help him, which is cool. I don't mind doing that, but not after 2 hours and a half. If you need to talk right now, I'll stop the videos. I'll talk to you. But if we've been talking for 2 hours and a half, listen, bro. I took 2 hours and a half that I didn't have. I made an effort for you. You want to talk? I'm not gonna have the whole day. And he kept bringing up one of the video, right? And I was like, okay, well, that same video, I'm not talking about you. And I told him multiple times it wasn't about you. And you wanted me to tell him, hey, that's about you, right? So you want me to lie so you can feel better. I'm not gonna do that. And long story short, he kept insisting, and I put boundaries and said, please, let's continue this another day. I'm tired, I'm done, I'm emotionally drained. Please continue another day. And it sucks because after a year of friendship, that's ended the conversation. It's like, oh, you don't want to talk? We've been talking for 2 hours and a half, bro. I don't know what you want from me, you know? And it was really sad because, again, this guy was a huge part of my life, you know? I don't have that many friends. So that's it. There's a video. Thank you, Cappy. What a weird video.